Hi, my blossoms. Welcome back to my channel. Just a messenger 828. Authentically me, authentically you. We forever bloom. Whew, y'all. Happy Saturn Day. This is Karma Day, so we're gonna do a karma read. But I will say this. Who was I? I don't need. I really suck at remembering names. I will post that reading that I was watching. But the name Veronica came up in the reading, and I automatically thought of the show that I loved growing up. It came out in 2004, Veronica Mars. Veronica Mars, starring Kristen Bell. I think that's her name. Bell is her last name? I don't know. Um, I'll be posting that in the community board. But if you watch that show or if you like shows like that, this may resonate with you. It gives investigator, right? If you're here in the tarot community, you might be interested in things like spiritual investigation. Um, Whether it's you going and ghost hunting, that's spiritual investigation. Whether you are going to haunted mansions, hunting buildings, where you know phenomenons happen at, um, spiritual paranormal investigation. Now you have the other side of it too, where people channel mediumship, and all of that is used in those areas. Also, they bring in mediums, they bring in channelers to commune with those spirits, just to get a gist of what's going on or what happened in the past. Now, the people that would oppose a spiritual investigation, right? Whether it's here in Terrorland on the platforms, the people that would block or be behind the scenes trying to code things different. Oh, don't let them post that video right away. We gotta steal it. We gotta steal it and then make it look like they stealing. Remember, God sees all. That all-seeing eye that man-made made was only copied by the real all-seeing eye, which is God's eye. Those individuals that copied God's all-seeing eye don't understand. They don't understand. Interstellar. So understand was the correct word to say. It's something about space. They don't understand or understand the workings of God's all-seeing eye. See, God's all-seeing eye works like this, if you needed to know, right? And we tell you this every day in Terrorland, but I think y'all slow because y'all just don't get it. And that's okay. I think it's your ego that's blocking you from understanding this. This is a Saturn day read, so I guess it's part of your karma, huh? Yes, it sure is. God's all-seeing eye, he sees Santa Claus. He knows when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows when you've been bad or good. So be good for goodness sake. You better not shout. You better not cry. I'm telling you why. Song about Santa Claus. Ho, 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 motherfucker. Ho, 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 motherfucker. So someone was looking for a gift. Something about gifts. Okay. Someone was looking for a gift or looking for someone's gifts. It's given, was it Friday after next when the Santa Claus was robbing the hood, stealing everybody's gifts, stealing everybody's decorations, stealing what God decorated their soul with. This gift is bestowed upon your soul. And people are trying to steal other people's gifts. Karma. Saturn. Life's better on Saturn. Got to break this pattern. Floating away. Thank you, Caesar, for that song. It's yours for the taking. They thought it was theirs for the taking. No, 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 no. When she said it's yours for the taking, it's your gift is yours for the taking. It's yours to utilize. Not you trying to steal somebody else's gift and utilize it for your own selfish greed. Nah, don't work like that. So there's gonna be a kickback for doing that, right? The karma kickback, but on top of that, you were trying to make a living off of somebody else's gift, right? Now, because that what I say from my transmutation of energy is still active. And I always say, well, you try to steal what was mine, right? You try to steal my inheritance, try to steal my wisdom and intelligence. That's crazy. Guess what? Yours is mine now. On top of mine coming back. And it's only rightfully so. You stole mine without permission. So God gave me the permission to take yours. It's gonna play out differently in the 3D, but in the 5D, that shit is stamped and solid. It's been approved, baby. So now I just watch the chips fall where they may. I just watch them fall and watch them all pile up. What? That's a Kanye. Kanye. He just dropped today too. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Someone might be getting karma for what they did to Kanye too. I'm just saying that. Anyway, they could have called you crazy like Kanye too, because they don't understand how God works. How does it make you crazy? Y'all spam call interrupted, and I just wanted to make sure that it didn't mess up the miking or the sound or anything. Once again, the voicemail kicked in. Bloop bloop. I don't know if y'all heard that on your end. Uh sending spam calls to voicemail could be significant. That might be something you might want to do, or just your voicemail in general. Check your voicemails. Okay. As I was saying, God knows what you're doing. He knows what you're thinking. He knows your move. Look, they calling again. They calling again. But these spam calls keep calling. Oh, I'm calling somebody out, huh? It's Saturn Day, baby. It's Saturn Day, baby. It's Saturn Day, baby. Once again, they don't understand how God works. So they're calling you crazy because they don't understand how God works. Did you talk to God? Did you get a chance to build a relationship with God? Did you? I don't want to say necessarily read the Bible, because some people don't get. Some people need to establish a talking relationship with God first. Everyone learns differently. So, you know, but if you read a little bit of the Bible, even just in the little increments, you know what I'm saying, you get a just an understanding. Okay, God, cool, he cool, he'll bless you, but at the same time, like, he'll beat your ass, but he just like somebody granddaddy. You know what I'm saying? He just like somebody granddaddy. He cool with you. He'll let you eat candy, run around the house. He'll have fun with you. But then you overstep his boundaries. It's like, didn't I tell you to sit down somewhere? Now you gotta sit down. There ain't no more candy, ain't no more TV, ain't no more nothing. Till I say so. That type of energy. And that's that Saturn energy. That discipline energy. My Saturn is in Aquarius. That Aquarius read. Don't worry, today we finna get into uh we're gonna pull and see what songs you might hear in regards to Saturn, that karma, that discipline. What songs these people might hear to indicate when their karma do like Jaws, when their karma is coming in. Yeah, got the song deck for that. Uh, we got the Gematria deck, and we got my terms deck, my first one. A little bit like I don't know what my child did with a good portion of this deck. Like I say, about 25% of this deck is missing. I don't know where it's at. If it turns up, it turns up. If it don't, it don't. But what's left is of importance. Okay, so we're gonna use that. I got a few more other decks over here, so I just wanted to lead with that. These people don't understand how God works, and because they didn't take the time to know God to try to understand how He works, because He works in mysterious ways, so it would be in the mysterious realm. The things that are mysterious or phenomenons are closer to Him. If you break it down like that, if you think about it like that, when you put it in that manner, does it make more sense that the mysterial, the mystical, the phenomenons, the strange phenomenon, telepathy, psychokinesis, uh, pyrokinesis, people being able to channel spirits? Oh, that's the devil. How is it the devil? Because God works mysteriously in those manners, right? Oh, the devil works like that's, but see, that's the trick. The devil knows God. He he still has to obey God. You know that, right? Like, he's technically our brother in Christ. And I know this ain't your first time hearing it, because I've definitely heard it from another reader in Tarotland. So if you're watching Stalking Tarot, trying to figure out what someone's doing, trying to figure out someone's moves, trying to spy on somebody, you need to actually be hearing and learning. Because that way you might actually get the information you're looking for. Just saying. Hello? Unless God said no. Because when Jesus say yes, nobody can say no. When Jesus say yes, nobody can say no. When Jesus say yes, nobody can say no. When Jesus says yes, nobody can say no. So it's vice versa also. When Jesus say nope, you don't get access to that. You don't need to know that. He will make sure that you don't find out. Speaking of Jesus, we're gonna start with him first. We're gonna start with Jesus on a Saturn day reading. We sure is. Yeah, we are. Jesus, what do these people need to know? These people that are receiving karma. We're gonna find out who. Stick with me, okay? All of this makes sense, especially with the Veronica Mars, because her dad was a detective, and her dad. I can't remember. It's been a while. I don't know if he died or got injured, but like, he was on a case, and whoever he was investigating ended up he was a PI, but whoever he was investigating, it ended up being something way bigger than what he thought, and her dad ended up getting hurt or dying because of it. So she picked up the case, so she became an investigator. So really, like, really, these people are mad because you're investigating, or that Terrorland is investigating, or that God's people are investigating and picking up on they bullish, on their shortcomings. What are the messages that you have for the collective Jesus in regards to this matter? I'm with you all always, even until the end of the world. Matthew 28 and 20. I'm with you always, even until the end of the world. First card out. What other messages, Most High God, do you have for this collective? We got two more after this one. um, Take therefore no thought for. Wait, hold on. Take therefore no thought for the marrow. For the marrow shall take thought for the things of itself. If you understood that, take it. But it's Matthew 6 and 34. Matthew 6 and 34. Knocking it shall be open unto you. Matthew 7 and 7. Number 7 could be significant because it's here twice. But Matthew is significant. The name Matthew, the book of Matthew. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. Matthew 5 and 9. Matthew, yet again. And at the bottom of the deck, we have watch and pray that you enter not into temptation. Matthew 26 and 41. Matthew, book of Matthew. Pretty much read the book of Matthew, y'all. Okay? Read the book of Matthew. Okay, what songs will these people be hearing whilst receiving karma? What songs may be rolling in their head whilst receiving karma? It is Saturn Day, and this is the day that the Most High God, that Father Time, that lessons will be learned on this day. Heart of a Feather, Vasanai Nicole could be significant if you even know that artist. If you don't know that artist, look it up. What songs are significant for these people that are receiving karma? London Bridge by 2088. London Bridge by 2088. And Missing You by Tamara. Someone might be receiving karma in regards to heartbreak. They might be missing somebody. It could be in that area. I don't wish that upon nobody, but what did you do? What did you do to get into that area, into that space? Strings by Alia. Someone could have been playing with people, playing with them like puppets, playing on someone's heartstrings. And that could be how they're ending up missing somebody because they played too much. Playing too much. Playing too much will get you in a lot of trouble, especially with Saturn, especially with karma, especially receiving the Most High God's wrath. Let's look at this again. Jesus said, I am with you always, even until the end of the earth. Take therefore no thought for the marrow. For the marrow shall take thought for the things of itself. So don't, thank you. I had to read that again. Don't take thought for other people's problems. Their problems, they should be thinking about themselves. Don't take on no one else's karma. That's something they got to settle themselves. That's something they got to deal with themselves. Knock and it shall be open unto you. Doors, opportunities, your path forward. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. And this is all in the book of Matthew. Once again, the book of Matthew is very significant. Even at the bottom of the deck, watch and pray that you not enter into temptation. Someone might even be receiving karma because you can do it by yourself. You don't need them. Oh, you did it by yourself. You know I do this on my own. Pocket strong, so strong. I'm so godly. Even when I'm alone, I'm never lonely. Only calling up when I am horny. Goes into these songs. Don't make me feel away by her. God is saying, don't make me or my children feel a certain way, because He feels through us. He feels what we feel. If you wanted to understand how God works, God feels how you feel. And how you're feeling is how He's able to read and judge your heart and your intentions in any move that you make after the way that you're feeling. He knows. Oh, so you felt that way, so you made that move. That's not a good one. Tally mark. Oh, you felt that way, so you made that move. That's not a good one. Tally mark. Oh, you felt that way, so you did that. Okay, that's a good one. Tally mark. Either way, it's a tally mark, right? When your heart is being weighed, if it's as light as a feather, it's weighing those bad tally marks and those good tally marks. Do your good deeds outweigh your sins? And only God is able to judge which ones are sins and which ones are good deeds. Because He, more than anybody, knew at that point in time that you made that action, whether it was good intentions or bad intentions. In the past or in the future, He sees all. He created everything. Even the devil has to answer to Him. He might not want to do it, but he got to do it. Ugh. I didn't want to not kill that one. I gotta leave him alone. That's what the devil do. But guess what? He gonna leave it alone. He gonna leave it alone. And who gonna check God? Who gonna check him? Who gonna check him? Who gonna check me, boo? That's what God said. Who gonna check me, boo? I'll wait. That's the energy that God in. So when He says, "Do not touch my anointed," and you try to touch him, and you getting karma, you gonna remember, who gonna check me, boo? I told this person to do that. They don't have to listen to you. I created you and I created them. Did I not? This is what God is saying. How do we forget that God created everybody? God created you. God created your parents. God allowed your parents to birth you. But once you are birthed, you are still God's. And don't let you be baptized. Don't let you be in the indoctrination and they still think that you have to answer to them. No, you answer to God. Because at the end of the day, when we all die, we have to face God. And we all get tally marks and we all get our heart weighed. Is it as light as a feather or not? And that determines on where we're going. Because our intentions and the actions of what we did here on this earthly realm gets judged by who? God only. No man can judge you. Only God can judge me now, Tupac said. Only God. Only fans? No, only God. Only God. When Jesus says yes, nobody can say no. When Jesus says yes, nobody can say no. Nobody. And who can tell you what to do? Nobody. It died, but you got your tablet. Yeah, it died, but you got your tablet. I gotta go charge this in the room. Well, it's got a charge. It died. I don't have the power source to turn it back on. It's in the room. No. Go calm down. You got your tablet. Who are these people that are receiving karma? Well, they lied. They told a lie. Or fibbed. Some people don't like that word. Somebody fibbed. Spun the story. Did not tell the truth. Did not shame the devil. So if they didn't shame the devil, they worked with him. But even the devil got to listen to God. It's dead. It won't turn back on. It's dead. Has no more energy. I got to plug it up to the source to charge it. And I'm not doing that right now. So you got to wait. You have a whole tablet that's charged up. I know there's a certain game on there you want to play, but go play on your tablet for a little bit. You can act like that all you want to. That's not going to make the process go any faster. It's not. It's really not. So either you're going to sit here and bother me and be bored bothering me because I'm not going to budge, or you're going to go and play on the tablet that's already charged up for you. You decide. Extorting people. Right or left ankle because it's sitting sideways. Boys in the days sitting sideways. Boys in the days. Right or left ankle could be a monitor. Okay, so someone could have legal troubles. For lying. For lying. Falsification. Could be falsification of documents, records. Falsifying someone's character. So you can get sued for that. I hope you know that it's a dirty game. And them court systems, they don't play. So when you slander somebody, you can get sued for defamation. Then you can get sued for emotional distress. Then you can get sued for um, tampering with their livelihood. You can get sued back to back to back to back to back to back to back. Someone's karma could be a plethora of lawsuits. Someone could have a tattoo on their ankle, left or right ankle tattoo. Who are these people though? They don't want to be exposed. Guess what? That's not my problem. That's just not my problem. Because what God said, what Jesus say? Matthew 6:35. Take therefore no thought for the marrow, for the marrow shall take thought for the things of itself. Let these people handle it themselves. That's their problem, and that's just not your problem. That's their problem. Because people was talking mess, and it's not your problem. Your solar plexus, attacking your solar plexus, dimming your light, not wanting you to shine, trying to hide you, having you in a dim place when God said, let there be light. When God said, let there be light, he was talking about people sharing the light of the goodness of God, their gifts. Ho, ho, ho. Ho, ho, ho. So that whole scheme to dim someone's light because you wanted it, to get money off of it, and now you're getting caught up because, oh, so you lied to us? That wasn't you, that was somebody else. Mm. So on top of the lawsuits, and you having to pay for those lawsuits, and you having to pay for the court visits of those lawsuits, now you got to pay back spiritually, energetically, and financially. And whatever type of savings, bonds, trust that you built up over stockpiling for yourself is theirs now, on top of what you owe them. So you giving theirs back, and you giving yours up, and you got to pay courts. Remember Matthew 6:34. Take therefore no thought of the marrow, for the marrow shall take thought for the things of itself. Your decisions that you made upon yourself. You can't take up nobody else's karma. That weighing of the feather in the heart is something serious. And it is only charged to their energetic signature. God created that. God knows that. God knows everyone because he created you. To think that you were able or thought that you could fool or trick or cheat the thing that created you, you will be smited into non-existence, floating forever in oblivion until you're thought of again, probably eons later. That's crazy. Playing with fire. Playing with fire. And expect not to get burnt. Not smart. 417, Hail, Pearls of God, Ezekiel 13:11, Ezekiel 13, Ezekiel 38:22. Therefore take those who cover it with whitewash, that it is going to fall. Rain will come down in torrents, and it will send hailstones hurling down, and violent winds will burst forth. Ezekiel 38:22. Plague and bloodshed, burning sulfur is on his troops, and many nations with him. So those that worked with the devil, those that thought that they can trick God, cheat God, trick God's people, cheat God's people, lying, slandering, being false in any way, shape, or form, right? Because he's the ultimate judge. So the judgment is not going to be for, oh, just this one thing. It's going to be a multitude of things. You had to lie about that and how to lie about that to get to there, right? And then you had to lie about that and lie about that to get to there, right? Every little step you take was accounted for. Every little lie you told will be under judgment. Alignment. Were you aligned with the commandments? Because people forget about those. Those commandments are something serious. On top of everything else, those commandments, those are the non-negotiables. Sometimes you gotta double check yourself. Like, did I uphold those commandments in any way, shape, or form? Did I break any of them? Did I? And did I knowingly do it too? Because people will lie, right? There's tons of men and women out here that will lie and be like, oh, I'm not married. And they end up being married, and you, the innocent bystander, just had no idea. And they lie in a multitude of ways. Oh, you didn't see if they had a ring on their finger? People could take that ring off. People would be married to somebody in a whole nother state and you don't know it. That's not your fault. God's not going to fault you for that, right? Who he is going to fault is them people that knew they were married. Simple as that. So once again, it might be someone trying to point fingers or, oh, but you, no, no. God's going to judge, and he's going to judge fairly. He's going to judge righteously. He's going to judge in alignment with what he said is the law. Them commandments is the law. Anything outside of them commandments it wavers, right? He might. All right, well, because I know that you, but his judgment is total. So people's judgment of you and what you do doesn't matter. It don't. What did God tell you to do? God to tell people every day, give that money back to that person. Give that back to that person, and they ignore it, disobey. That's disobeying God by you ignoring that on a daily basis. Day after day after day. I know I. There's people that stuck. I just gotta make it. I gotta survive. I will survive. Oh, if I steal this money, I know I stay alive. Nope. Now that money's cursed, and you gonna be in the dirt because you disobeyed. It's giving return the slab energy. How he was stalking the house with that music that just constantly played, and guess what? These might be songs that constantly play in their head until they do it. It's driving me crazy. Here, take it. I'm done. Yep. Constantly playing until the deed is done. And then guys will be like, that's all I needed you to do. And if you had done it the first time that was asked, everything might have cleared up for you right away. But now you got to deal with this slew of sludge that you left behind because you were trying not to do what he said do, which is also hindering people that's trying to do what he said do. You don't do that either. You don't. What they say? Hail the pearls of God. God's children are like pearls to him. Ezekiel 13:11 says, therefore, tell those who cover it with whitewash that it is going to fall. Kaplat. On his face. That means any that means anything that you try to do after doing what you did to the pearls of God will fall flat on its face. It won't take off. It won't grow. It's a dead seed. He will not give it life as he is giving you life because of what you chose to do in your life. What seeds you have sown in your life. Because every step you take is a seed that grows. Rain will come down in torrents, and I will send hailstones hurling down, and violent winds will burst forth. Them fires in California and them windstorms that's happening. Them tornadoes. Them fire tornadoes. And this is a smidget. This is a paragraph of his wrath. Just a smidget. At some point, we're supposed to have a whole dragon come up. Like, y'all. Plague and bloodshed. Burning sulfur on his troops and many nations with him. So them foot soldiers and the nations that's backing it will have plague and bloodshed. So them people that went against the pearls of God, the people of God, the children of God, the people that God told, do your purpose. And those that object that purpose are those that try to hinder you from doing it any way, shape, or form. I don't read that twice by now. These could be people, 10th house energy, dealing with people's careers, long-term goals, structures. 10th house deals with Capricorn. Capricorn deals with Saturn. Saturn deals with father energy. Father God was the one that was, he's the one that sent the he sent the dang plagues. He flooded the earth. Fireballs coming from the sky. That's Father God. That's God's wrath. Demolishing structures, people's status, men, reputation, public image, masculinity, fathers, experts, and fame. Father, I'm not making it up. Father is right there. It's right there. It could be someone's dad, yeah, but it's mostly masculinity. The things that people are worried about, their career, the long-term structures, long-term goals, their status. Oh no, people are gonna think this about their reputation. Diddy going through it. Diddy is going through it. So if there's anybody on Diddy's level of snakery, beware. Because you could be in the same position, if not worse. That man deserves to be underneath the jail. He does. Right underneath the jail. Just bury him there. Bury him underneath the jail. Someone's public image. This can even be, once again, people lying on your name, defaming your public image, right? Trying to tear down your status, your career, the career that God's supposed to have you in, trying to block you from doing that, not wanting to let your light shine, but God said, let there be light. Boom, first thing, let there be light. So if you have a light that, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it, however big that light is or small, it's supposed to shine. God said, let there be light. Whatever God told you to do, do it, because that produces the light of God. Your purpose is your light. That's why your purpose is so important to God. So those that oppose your purpose will meet God, whether they meet him in person or they will meet him in their finances. They will go through the tribes of Job. They may lose everything around them. They even try to make you go through the tribes of Job, but that was your test. That was your testimony to shine God's light even harder. This is what God helped me through. You can do it, buddy. I had to do it too. Let's see how far they can go without God's light. Let's see. Because now God doesn't know them. He has turned his back and he's walking away from them. Just how they tried to make everyone else turn their back and walk away from you. Left foot, right foot, left foot, right after that. Walking away. Left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot. It's almost running. Running. God is running away from these people. He said, nah, I don't know you. You can't, we don't know you no more. You're poison, 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 poison. They even tried to poison somebody. But God, but God, but the Holy Spirit, but the Holy Spirit. By the grace of God, because you have God's grace, 33 could be significant. 33 could be significant to the 33rd degree. They could have said something about your body. Could have did something to your body, that poison to your body. This says test site. Excuse the fact that my son wrote on this. It says test site. So you were a test subject for confirmation right behind that. Yeah. You were a test subject. So not only are you able to sue the company that conducted this, whether it's a medical company or not, any company, you can sue the the company that wrote the checks for the people in this establishment. You can sue the paper that the checks were printed on. You can sue the company that made the ink to print the checks. I'm talking about you can sue down to the core. And you should, as you should. Sue it until it's demolished. Bring down the structure. 10th house. Once again, it deals with career, long-term goals, structure, status, men, reputation, public image, masculinity, fathers, experts. Experts. Oh, look at there. Doesn't that sound scientific, huh? Scientific experts. Fame. People trying to get famous off your backs, off experimenting on you, in your body. I'm just saying. People might even be trying to leave these places real fast. Left foot, right foot. I'm running away. I don't want no parts of it. Oh my god, everything's demolishing. Yeah. Yeah. Because it wasn't a structure built on God. And so he will once again. I don't know how many times I had to show this one or how many times I have to read this one. And I guess until it gets through someone's skull that this is what it is. I had no plans to do this morning. Um, I thought this was going to turn out different. That's what somebody could say. I thought this was going to turn out different. This is not turning out how you said it would. Sure ain't. Someone saying, heck no, I don't want no parts of this no more. They're part of the pitter patter crew. They're running away. Run, run as fast as you can. Someone thinks they're the gingerbread man. Don't you know the gingerbread man has to be cooked? So if you're the gingerbread man, if you're in the oven, you can't run. And you're going to be burnt. And then eventually those burnt bits will turn into dust. Infinity Stone. Thanos. God about to God is about to Thanos snap somebody out of existence. He's literally about to Thanos snap somebody out of existence. They won't exist on any timeline. Someone's someone's literally energetic signature will be demolished out of existence as if they never existed. That's the reset. That's the reset. Someone's entire existence has to be demolished for the reset to happen. That's wild. Are y'all serpents or are you just using technology to invade minds or is it both? I think it's quite literally both because those scientific experts doing things to people's bodies, it sounds like using technology to invade someone's mind. They never expected this. They never expected this at all. They expected to win, but God wins in the end. They never expected this. They never expected this at all for the phoenix to rise. Yeah, the phoenix will rise. Yeah, the phoenix will rise. Yeah, the phoenix will rise. They never expected this. But God's holy name remains etched in stone. And he's sitting there on his throne. They never expected this. They never expected this. No, no. Never expected this. For God to win. How egotistical are you? To think that God would not come through. For his people you will see your demise. He said that you will. We will have to cry. You will atone for your sins. And we'll begin again. Yes, we'll. It's that type of lawsuit. It's this times more. There's more than this coming in because the amount of trickery, the amount of lies, the amount of truth that has to be shed. Yeah, they never expected this. They never expected this. They never expected God to win. And he's winning in your life. He's putting you in the winner's seat because you listen to him. Everyone else around you told you, no, don't do that. Don't do this. Do that. Do this. And you said, no, I'm going to listen to God. God is telling me to do this. I'm going to do it to the best of my abilities. Messing with your mind. Yeah, Grand Theft Auto trying to steal from you, trying to steal your gifts, trying to invade your mind to steal your downloads so they can look like they the ones that got the gift. No, no, you don't. And God said, let there be light. Let me shine light on this situation. Let there be light. There will be no darkness in this situation. You will see clear as day who I am and whose is mine and who I rock with. God said, you finna see who I rock with and who don't rock with me, who don't know me. I'm running from them. I am fleeing from them. They will not have the light in their life. They're going to be looking in their desolate places for God. They're going to be crying out to God and he won't answer. Pakistan could be significant. Pakistan uh, could be seeing someone rise of the phoenix. Pakistan might have like a rebirth. Okay. Okay, Pakistan. Pack and stand. Ooh, pack and stand by. Pack and stand by. Info wanted will be received. I know it's a little turn up. So it took a lot to get this information. Okay, someone did not want this information to come out, that you would even receive this information, but it's come. Look at it, torn up. But it's coming. Dang, so they even tried to invade your mind to destroy memories. Oh, it's giving eternal sunshine of a spotless mind, trying to get you to forget somebody, trying to interfere in relationships and establish relationship and bonds that you have with people, trying to make you forget a certain memory, deleting information from your mind. God has the final say so. I don't care who says no to you. I don't care who says yes to you. You ask God. God will determine whether or not you make that step or not. Use the gematria for guidance. And I use the gematria for guidance with the help of God to get these messages. Here, your fairy godparents is bringing in that information. Something about a godparent could be significant, but something about fairies also. The fairies is helping you bring in this information so you can get this money. Okay? Okay? Because it's going on for too long. God said, okay, they doing too much. Let me flee from them. They don't deserve it. But you deserve it. Collective, you deserve it. And you know who you are. If you have to question, oh, do I deserve it? Take a minute. Step back. Did you try to stop somebody from doing what they wanted to do? Did you? Or did you encourage somebody to do what they want to do? To do something that they have an interest in? Did you try to hinder somebody in any way, shape, or form? Or did you encourage? Like there's literally a gospel song saying encourage. You're supposed to encourage one another. For the eyes of the Lord move to and fro throughout the earth, that he may strongly support those whose heart is completely his. And your heart is completely his when you listen. You know, listen. He sees where you lie, where your loyalty lies. He sees where your loyalty lies when you disobey. Also, for those that wanted to know how God works, his eyes moves to and fro upon the land. Hello? Wasn't that what we were talking about in the beginning? Your answer is question. And if you didn't listen, then oh well. Rewind it back. Rewind it back. blood moon, total lunar eclipse. Didn't we just have one of those? Didn't we? Didn't we just have one of those? When we don't know what makes us react in certain ways, we are not able to change. So these are people that did not do their shadow work. Saturn Day is a shadow work day. They're not able to take accountability for their shortcomings. And I'm talking about like the ones that God knows about. I'm not talking about you hindering somebody and making it seem like they're incapable to do this and do that, and then you're turning around and being like, you're not responsible because you had this and this and this and that, and then you're not taking initiative. Yeah, God's looking at them fingers that's pointing back at you like, okay, but look at how you're not. Don't be so quick to point and judge, because God's gonna point them fingers back at you. Okay, because there's a death that was on the table. Okay, an October 11th death. This could be a death that happened in the past, or this can be one that's coming up in the future. Because I said that someone's finna get Thanos snapped out of existence. Y'all, this gonna be a long one. And I ain't gonna lie, it's already long. Well, it is what it is. It is what it is. No, I think that's what God's saying. It is what it is. You don't made your bed. Yeah, you don't made your bed. Mm-hmm. People working hard to destroy your memory, working hard to steal, working hard to get access to your mind. Sorry, y'all. I had a call. Had to make sure that we're still rolling, that we're still mic'd up. Yeah, these people are getting a message of concern about your rise, your rebirth, the how strong your connection is with God. They're concerned. They should have been concerned by taking that first step. Didn't I say every step that you took, you should have been concerned about the steps that you took. Should have been concerned about the steps that you took. Now you about like 1,000 steps in, and now you're worried. Now you're worried. Someone's about to get Thanos snapped out of existence. I said that, and now they're worried. I think it's because of this, huh? Yeah, I think it's because of that. I think that's why. The numbers that we have here is 11, 5, and 3. 11, 5, and 3. Yeah. Mm-hmm. They know when this happens, and a part of this gift is this. Mm-hmm. That's what it is. I said I wasn't going to use every card. Look at me using every card. And I was like, what else we need to know for this Saturn day? I guess he didn't want, he don't want you to know specifically who it is. Just know you'll see how fast God leaves their life. You'll see just by how fast God leaves their life, how much his grace leaves them, his mercy leaves them, his favor is going to leave them, is going to run full throttle like the road runner away from them. And you'll see. He ain't gotta say no names. Ooh, golly. Ooh, they done made him mad. He ain't gotta say no names. Look, you'll see by their fruit. Energetic movement. Energetic movement. So you could be energetically moving that energy away, right? Movement in your body will help move that energy away. Okay, I gotta do that shit myself. I gotta do that myself. Okay, not gonna lie. Yeah, it's gonna shake the devil off. You're gonna shake the devil off. And also, it's his energetic movement. He said he about to flee from them. His grace and his mercy about to go quick, fast, in a hurry. Just whoop, gone. Is about to leave. He said, I will depart from you. If you do not know me, I will depart from you. Oh, he said, don't try to get to know me now. I'm up the road. Baby, I can't hear you. He said, don't try to get to know me now. I'm up the road. I can't hear you. Joy. Yeah, this is gonna restore your joy. Your joy is restored. Your joy is restored. 5 is here twice. 7 is here. That rise in the phoenix is your joy being restored. Your sacral chakra, your light is being restored. The great reset. You've been factory reset. Factory reset. Capacity to love. 34. That's 7. We saw 777 earlier. So we have 11, 5, 5, 7, 3, 7. 5 and 5, 7 and 7. 55 and 77 are significant. Nurturing yourself, nurturing others, nurturing your inner child. Bottom of the deck, nurturing. God is nurturing you while he's fleeing from others. Yeah, because you're a child of God. See, the father side is disciplining those that have been displeasing in their actions. The mother side is nurturing the children. 38, 11. 38 is here twice, so 38 and 38 is significant. 11, 11. There's something to do with twin flames. See, they always messing with the twin flames and then wonder why they get they ass beat. I wonder why they get. I feel like someone. It's like when you grew up with your cousin or your siblings and someone getting a whooping. Oh, they're getting in trouble, and you hear them getting whooped. And that's exactly what it sounds like to me. But nobody told them to do what they did. What old Lucy did. You know what I'm saying? But once again, he gotta listen to God too. So it's like you got that bad sibling or cousin that sit there and told everybody, oh yeah, you do that, do this, da da da, and then when everybody get caught, Lucy, the one getting beat, and everybody like, oh no, who's next? Yeah, yeah. Oh no, it's either Lucy getting the one getting beat, and everybody like, oh no, who's next? Or everybody else get beat, and then Lucy like was the one laughing at everybody. And then he's laughing at everybody, but he's also scared that he about to get beat next. Uh-huh. Let's get a tarot. Just one. I said just one. We got 3. Okay. Well, that's shoot. Thank you. 6 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Nostalgia of the divine child. Returning the divine child. Okay then. Ooh, who? Who say I was fake? What? That's crazy. Big picture. Walking shaman energy. King of Wands energy. You're in your respected position. And they didn't like it. You're in your respected position and they didn't like it. That's all it boils down to it. They were very, 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 very jealous. Reckless, passive, dirty corporation, impatient. So there's a dirty corporation that's seeing you rise from this, from the guidance that you received. There can be a dirty corporation in Pakistan, something like that. I don't know. Maybe it's reckless what America did to Pakistan. You know what I'm saying? Either way, uh, justice is here. Okay, scales, the weighing of the feather and the heart. Consequence, eye of Horus. Eye of Horus sees all. Okay, remaining accountable and fair. God is remaining just. He's a just God. He's going to give you your just due. He's about to nurture his children. And I'm going to leave that there. Uh, remember the number 17, 5, 7, and 38 could be significant. Um, if you would like a personal reading, all that information is in the description box below. 1010 mini reads allows you to get a feel for how I read. If you're new to receiving a reading with me, I do recommend 1010 readings. It's a mini read, but I also do have 2222 full readings available as well. Remember, we are all forever blooming. Until the next time. Peace.